This is Mars, a desert planet over 140 million miles away from Earth, separated from us by the cold, empty reaches of space. It's a world that has fascinated humanity for centuries. Covered in rust-red sands, its atmosphere is thin and unforgiving. Towering volcanoes that rise higher than any mountain on Earth, and canyons that stretch for thousands of miles. Mars has long been a symbol of mystery and exploration, a goal that beckons humanity to reach further than we ever have before. To reach this distant world, we board our spacecraft, embarking on a journey that will take between 6 to 9 months. We have been waiting for the perfect timing, the moment when Earth and Mars align. The craft is equipped for the long voyage. Life support systems to recycle air and water, shielding to protect against the cosmic radiation that flows through space, and everything needed for our small crew to live and prepare for our first steps on the Red Planet. It is time for our journey to start.
SRO, let's go. CDI, let's go. Launch Director, NTD, our launch team is ready to proceed at this time.
The engines roar to life, shaking the ground beneath us, pushing against gravity's grip. This moment is the beginning of a journey that only a few have dared to dream. The immense force presses us into our seats, and the sky outside turns from bright blue to dark. As the spacecraft pierces through Earth's thick atmosphere, the roar slowly fades, the vibrations subside, and we break into the silent void of space. Our spacecraft soon adjusts to the microgravity of space, and the feeling of weightlessness takes over. Outside, the vast blackness stretches endlessly, studded with brilliant points of starlight. The blues and greens of Earth shrink behind us, our home becoming nothing more than a bright, beautiful orb in the distance. It is a fragile, breathtaking sight, a reminder of how small and unique our world is in the universe. We pass close to the Moon, the first step in our journey to Mars. From space, the Moon appears different than it does from Earth. Its surface is clearer, revealing the endless craters, deep basins, and mountain ranges that cover its surface. The Moon has no atmosphere to scatter light or protect it from meteoroids, so its surface remains cratered and sharp. It's a place of extremes, scorching sunlight on one side and freezing darkness on the other. The lunar day is long, around 14 Earth days of constant sunlight, followed by 14 days of night, plunging the temperature to well below freezing. Despite its proximity to Earth, the Moon holds its own mysteries. For millions of years, it has circled our planet, its gravitational pull influencing our tides, stabilizing our rotation, and perhaps even playing a role in the emergence of life on Earth. But today, it is just a stepping stone in our greater journey. We leave the Moon behind, growing smaller in our view, and the real adventure, the long journey through deep space, begins. The spacecraft is now on a precise trajectory, set to cross the vast emptiness between Earth and Mars. Our flight path is a carefully calculated arc that makes the most efficient use of energy and time, utilizing the gravity of Earth and the Sun to propel us onward. As we travel, we become aware of the true scale of space, the vast distances between celestial bodies, where even light, the fastest thing in the universe, takes time to travel. For us, that means weeks of traveling through darkness, with the Sun as a distant beacon and his stars in every direction. The void of space is not just empty blackness. It's filled with a faint, unseen energy. Cosmic rays, particles from ancient stars, travel through space, occasionally hitting our spacecraft. To protect against this, our craft is shielded, but it's a reminder of how hostile space can be. There is no air to breathe, no pressure to support life, and extreme temperatures swing between searing heat in the sunlight and freezing cold in the shadows. Space is a vacuum, a place where sound cannot travel, where life as we know it struggles to survive. On board, daily life is structured and calm. The spacecraft systems run constantly, recycling the air, filtering water, and regulating the temperature. The feeling of weightlessness becomes routine, and simple tasks like eating and drinking take on a new character in microgravity. Food is stored in vacuum-sealed packs, drinks come in pouches with straws, and everything has to be carefully managed to avoid floating away. The crew settles into a rhythm alternating between research, exercise, and rest. The isolation is profound, but there's something peaceful about this long journey through space, knowing that each passing day brings us closer to our destination. Mars itself, even from a distance, is striking. It's not as bright as Earth. Its red hue is muted, almost dusty. This reddish color comes from iron oxide, or rust, which covers its surface. The planet is often called the red planet for this reason, but its colors are more complex than that. Up close, Mars reveals shades of gold, brown, tan, and sometimes even greenish hues near certain rock formations. Mars' surface is also covered in vast plains, ancient dried-up riverbeds, and sand dunes shaped by the planet's thin winds. Mars has seasons, just like Earth, but they are different and longer due to its more elliptical orbit and its year being almost twice as long as ours, 687 Earth days. The Martian winter is harsh, with temperatures plunging to minus 195 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 125 degrees Celsius at the poles. During summer, temperatures can rise to a mild 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius near the equator, but only during the day. At night, it quickly drops back to well below freezing. Approaching Mars, we see its two small moons, Phobos and Deimos, named after the Greek words for fear and panic. Unlike our moon, they are tiny, irregularly shaped, and are thought to be captured asteroids from the nearby asteroid belt. Phobos, the larger of the two, is gradually spiraling inward toward Mars, and in tens of millions of years, it will either crash into the planet or break up and form a ring around it. As we close in on Mars, the planet's thin atmosphere becomes apparent. It's about 100 times thinner than Earth's, composed mostly of carbon dioxide, with traces of nitrogen and argon. Because of this, the Martian atmosphere offers little protection against radiation and does not trap heat well. The skies of Mars, tinted pinkish-orange by the dust in the air, often change colors throughout the day. During sunrise and sunset, they glow blue as the sun's light is scattered in a way that's opposite to what we see on Earth. The most prominent features on Mars are its volcanoes and canyons. Olympus Mons is the tallest volcano in the solar system, standing at around 13.6 miles or 22 kilometers high, almost 3 times the height of Mount Everest. It's not just tall, it's also wide, with a base the size of the state of Arizona. Then there's Valles Marineris, a canyon system that stretches over 2,500 miles or 4,000 kilometers long and up to 7 miles or 11 kilometers deep. If it were on Earth, it would stretch across the entire United States. Mars' surface is also marked by evidence of water-dried riverbeds, lake basins, and mineral deposits that suggest liquid water flowed across the planet billions of years ago. Scientists believe that Mars once had a thicker atmosphere and a more temperate climate, allowing liquid water to exist on its surface. Today, most of that water is locked away as ice in the polar caps or beneath the surface. But these signs of ancient water raise one of the most profound questions. Was there ever life on Mars? Current and future missions to Mars aim to answer that question. Rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance are exploring the surface, analyzing rock samples, and searching for organic compounds. Future human missions will build on this work, bringing humans face to face with the Martian landscape for the first time. It will be a chance to uncover the planet's secrets, to learn about its history, and maybe even to set the foundation for a future where humans live and work on Mars. As we prepare to land, Mars fills our view a vast landscape of red plains, windswept dunes, and rocky outcrops. The descent to the surface will be a careful process, maneuvering through the thin atmosphere to find a safe landing spot. Once on the ground, the sights, sounds, and feel of Mars will become real, a world that has remained untouched for billions of years, waiting for its first human explorers. Our adventure is just getting started, and Mars is only the first step. If you'd like to be part of the next journey, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our upcoming space explorations.